What up, guys? Kevin here. Chaos. Chaos. Chaos is no more. It's been defeated. We killed chaos. We did it, guys. 2023, the year we took down chaos. And played Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1 and got the platinum. I haven't gotten a platinum in about a year. I think the last one was, I can't even remember. There's something about getting a platinum in Final Fantasy. It just doesn't, those two just go together so well. When you get a platinum in a Final Fantasy game, it feels so good. I think that's why Final Fantasy 12 was my favorite game. Just getting the platinum in that game was such an amazing experience. Same with Final Fantasy 7 Remaster or remake, whatever it's called. And now Pixel Remaster, Final Fantasy 1. What a treat. What a treat. $75. I bought the whole collection. And even if I like a game for $70, I'm still like, holy shit, I spent $70. What am I doing? This morning when I woke up and I was like, you know what, Trails of Azure, I'll give you a break today. I want to play Pixel Remaster. Spent the $75 for the entire collection. And just beating Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1, worth it. Worth the $75. I would pay $75 for the experience I just had the last 10 hours. That was amazing. That was peak gaming. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1 on PS5. I think it plays the same on PS4. I was watching Kevin Street play yesterday. Shout out to him. He's having a lot of fun with it. Who wouldn't have a lot of fun with it? It's Final Fantasy. But my God, the game is so good. It's so good. It's so simple. There's no drawn-out cutscenes. The characters, they say a few lines, but you still get enough character out of them. And I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm like, holy crap, did they pull a lot from Final Fantasy 1? Matoya? Master Matoya? Matoya in Final Fantasy 14. She's also in this game called Final Fantasy 1. Wow. And there's a lot more callbacks. Final Fantasy is my favorite series. I love Trails, but Trails really is the same game over and over and over again. It's really great. I love it. But Final Fantasy, you just don't know what you're going to get to the next game. Final Fantasy 2, I hear things are a little bit different. I hear the leveling is a little bit different. I can't wait to play it. So I woke up today wanting to play it. I'm like, you know what? The game ain't that long. I think I can get the platinum. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just pull up a platinum walkthrough on YouTube and just play along. Shout out to Primal Liquid. That man, beautiful. If you want to get the platinum in Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1, watch his guide. Because he does it perfectly. I think he does it from the top of his head. Because reading the strategy guide, I want an actual strategy guide. And I did look that up. When I bought the game, I'm like, can I buy a Final Fantasy 1 strategy guide like right now? Because I'm playing it today. I want to play it today. I want to beat it today. Hopefully get the platinum today. Did accomplish that. But playing just with Primal Liquid on my second screen next to mine. What a treat. Just peak gaming. Today was a peak gaming day. Anytime I play Final Fantasy, it's a peak gaming day. But the game is amazing. You got to remember, this game came out in 87. It's the same age as me. 87 was a great year. Final Fantasy 1 came out, and I was born. That's a pretty damn awesome year. And I'm just now getting around to playing it and beating it. I'm trying to think. Well, let's talk about the negatives. Mecha, if you see here, I am way over leveled. Because I spent 2 hours. You got to fill out the bestiary, which is pretty simple enough if you don't skip any random encounters, which for the most part I didn't. However, there's one enemy where it's on like a little bridge, and it's like, I think Primal Liquid said it's like 3 in 64 chance of spawning. I'm like, okay, so what was that like? Next, what, 25 encounters? And I usually have good luck. It took me 2 hours to beat it. It took me about an hour and a half to get one. It just wouldn't spawn. It just wouldn't spawn. And I thought it was a regular enemy. And by the time I got it, I was leveled the F up. I was leveled the F up. Because I was like, screw it. Let me get to level 50, get that trophy, which I got. And then some, because it never spawned. It never spawned. And then when it did, guess what it did? It did its nuke attack twice in a row and just wiped me out. And for that moment, I fucking hated this game. I hated the game so much. I regret my $75 purchase. And then a half hour later, it spawned again. I got it. I beat it. I went on to get the Platinum Trophy. That's really my only negative of the game. That's my only negative. Performance is great. Performance is excellent. I think it runs at 60. I guess, another negative is, since they're 1 through 6 is all pixel remasters, it's something I noticed with the Dragon Quest games, 1, 2, and 3 that I started playing last year, is going from 2 to 3, though there's like mechanic changes and you can see how the series developed and grown from the previous one. The thing I didn't like is just they all looked the same. Like graphically, they all looked and played the same. And that's the only thing that's going to bum me out going from Final Fantasy 1 to 2 to 4 to 6 is I'm assuming it's all going to look and feel the same, which in a way is good for Final Fantasy 1 because it looked and ran amazing, but I think when I get to 6, it's going to look and feel more of the same. That's a very minor negative, just a very minor negative that I have with Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch that I think is going to carry over to these games because these are just one package made at the same time. So they're all going to look the same. But still, can't wait to get to Final Fantasy 2. I beat Chaos. Just peak gaming. It's just peak gaming. It's just so, I don't want to say simple because the game is very complex. When I'm playing the game, I'm like, man, there's a lot of, it doesn't hold your hand. You're going all over the place. It tells a very complex story without crazy amounts of dialogue or cutscenes. I think like in the beginning where there's a bridge, like I think that lasts like a minute, 2 minutes. And it's like, damn, this is a long ass cutscene. Nowadays, especially if you play a Trails game, I mean, you're going to put the controller down. The controller is going to turn itself off because it's not going to be touched for a while. That's how long these cutscenes are. Like gaming really did peak in I would say the 90s. This is at 87, but we know the games get really good. And I'm glad I'm playing it chronologically just because 6, I mean, people assume say is the best one, best Final Fantasy, and it'll be a treat to get there. But Final Fantasy 1 was an absolute treat for me. I loved it. And I hear 2 is pretty short as well. I think 3 and on, things start to get a little bit longer and crazier. I can't wait. I just can't wait. It's the year of Final Fantasy. I beat Final Fantasy 7 earlier this year. I just wrapped up 450-hour playthrough of Final Fantasy 14, which they're dropping the next patch here in a couple days. I'll be playing that. Final Fantasy Pixel 1, and then we got Final Fantasy 16 here in a month. I think less than a month. Jeez. No, a month. And then I'm pretty sure between that might be 2, 3, maybe even 4. But I got to get back to Trails of Azure. But Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Uno, number 1. You can buy it by itself. You're like, Kevin, I don't want to spend the $75. Just buy the game. That's what I did with the Dragon Quest games. I think there's like a triple pack. I just bought the single game at a time. You can do that as well with the Pixel Remasters. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to go, damn, That first game was amazing. I should have just bought the pack. Now I have to buy them individually. And shout out for Square Enix giving you just one singular, giving you a platinum for each game. Each game is its own game on your PlayStation, Switch, mobile, whatever. So it's not like a compilation pack, one thumbnail on your home screen, and then you go in and select which game. Like, no, it's individual games. I love it. I love that my home screen on my PlayStation is just all Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14. Soon to be 16. And it's all the same music. Do 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 do. It's good. Oh yeah. I would suggest I use the new arrangement music. I played with that for about an hour, and then I switched to the old school. Perfect. But the old school or the fixed font, I don't think it's the original font, but it's the more authentic font with the original music. Great. Cool to see where Sid, there was a Sid reference. I don't think he's in it, but there was a Sid reference. Thought that was pretty cool. It's just good to see where the fudge was packed. I'm giving it a great to see where the fudge is packed out of 10. And then on top of that, I'm still giving it a 10 out of 10. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1 is a 10 out of 10. It's a great game. Great platinum. Get the platinum. What else? Oh, I did miss one trophy. So I beat the game. And the bestiary, because you beat chaos and then it fills out the bestiary as long as you beat everything else. The chest you get all in the last dungeon, so that will pop before you beat chaos. But I beat chaos, and then the credits start rolling, and the credits end. No platinum. I got the beat chaos trophy. I got that trophy, and I'm like, all right, cool. Then, all right, now the platinum. And I get the platinum. I did not get the platinum. But luckily, I think you can go back. I basically had to play a game that I didn't pay attention to. So there's like some type of number game that you could play on the ship. You just got to press a couple buttons to access it. And I was able to do that immediately, and then it popped. I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I think it's here. Oh, yeah, here's Lies Link. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, there we go. This game, Master of I, or Master of One, Warriors of Light. What a great game. I got to go. I'm going to sit here and talk about the game all night because I loved it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, though. I'll talk to you later. Later.